Lincoln Financial Field, where 70,000 are rocking and ready to go in Philadelphia. Today, Week 12 of the NFL season is upon us, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Play action. Here's Hurts. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the Eagles who got the win on the road, so now they look to finish off the sweep here in Philly. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 16 and an Eagle 1st down.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
So the completion good for just 3, and that'll make it 2nd down. The Eagles at 10-1 now on the year. And they've been playing their best football of the year. Winners are 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he rifles one incomplete. The intended target, Saquon Barkley. And it's 3rd down. You talk about this Giant defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Over the middle here, it's Hilton. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal. A 46-yard attempt.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start with a run by Tracy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. The interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the two tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Dart going to look to throw here. And that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. To throw is Dart. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 29-yard line.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there.
No, bottle, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having two hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. It's so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Hurts sets up to throw it. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Throwing is Hurts. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles are able to add on to that lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they entered play on a 2-game win streak, and then they've got the open date on their schedule next week. So this is a group that's really looking to hit the break on a high note.
And this will obviously be a tough game for them, but go ahead and play this out with me, partner. If they win here and make it 3 in a row, they get to heal up after that. You've got to think that's an ideal setup and a worthy goal to play for in this one.
Throwing, Dart. Over the middle, taken in by Neighbors. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage, when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run, but everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback, and they're able to see the route develop.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. You look at this Eagle defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
Down the sideline he goes. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 59 yards. And the Giants have cut it back within a score. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But what the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it, and let's go with it.
10-6 the score after one right here on EA Sports. Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession. So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
180, 180.
They go play action with Hurts. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on second down leads us to 3rd and inches.
Great.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Catch made right side by Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Barkley inside handoff. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. 3-4 defense, and that O-line really dominated the D-line on that play.
And think of it this way. With a 3-4, you have a natural bubble over each guard because those guys don't have defenders over them. Oftentimes, if you want to run up the middle, they can get upfield and get on the linebackers right now, and that gives the running back a heck of a chance to get into the secondary.
At the 25-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Great, set.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they can get there.
And he is going to have an Eagles first down as he's able to get about 3 that time on 3rd and inches.
I do know that owners, when they watch their quarterbacks run with the football, they usually hold their breath because that's the franchise. But when you're getting that kind of a game, hard to argue against calling it.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Hurts. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
Now a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And he comes back with one complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that'll open the lead up to a touchdown now at 13-6. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first. Well, that's an excellent way to get the pass rush activated. The first sack of the game for them comes on the first play of the drive, and it makes it very tough for the opponent to pick up a first down now, playing behind the sticks.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Looking to throw, Dart. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. That's taken at around the 40. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's 3rd and a few inches.
Great, set.
Now a first carry here for the running back. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down, 3 yards in the wrong direction. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Can't bring him down. But a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw now, Dart. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. The corner blitz pays off there as they sack him for a loss of 5. Tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Dart from the gun on 3rd down. A throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Taken from just outside the 30. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Just a net of 34 there, following a punt of 44 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. He's going to go up top again. And this is taken in at the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Left side, he's got Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
12 yards. That's another Giants first down.
Tracy going to get it on first down. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Out of the gun, here's Dart. Over the middle, he completes it to Robinson. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Straight ahead, here's Tracy. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Dart from the gun on third down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Here's Dart. That is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a lane slow materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a second down and 9.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Complete to Hilton. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Second and 7. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He finds his man. Complete. That's Vargas. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That one goes for 30 yards. That's evidence of why you spend a high draft pick on a receiver, isn't it, Charles?
It certainly is. His ability to make plays like that, and we've seen flashes of it from him so far in his rookie season. But also, it opens things up for the rest of the offense because they have to bring more attention to him as well.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. Second and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on first down.
Don't touch it. Trimmer, trimmer. Don't touch it.
Another try for Barkley. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
2 yards the loss, second and 12.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Right back to Tracy. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I'm not sure how much I really love that call. It almost seems like a little bit of a give up there. But maybe what they were thinking is we've got a chance to pop one. They think we're just going to give up here, hand it to the big man, and maybe he can get through. Sometimes there's a little bit of courage in play calling, and maybe we don't give enough credit.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So following the failed try on 4th down, we'll change ends and change possession. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. Inside handoff here to Ricard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Normally when you see a short gain in the middle of a 3-4 defense, go ahead and pat the nose tackle on the back because he's holding things up and taking on extra blockers, which allows one of the inside linebackers to roam free and make the tackle.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Were you as surprised as I was that they actually ran it on 2nd down there? I thought that they would go ahead and throw it in every situation here.
They've thrown for 3 touchdown passes. Now here, I think they probably go back to the air.
Yeah, I think so, but ordinarily, 2nd down is when you run your play fake, your play action, show run, and throw the ball. Now they brought up 3rd down, they'll have to throw it anyway.
The kick by Elliott is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
They'll go again with Tracy. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are throwing their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
On 3rd down, here's Scatteroo. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. They'll go. Here's Dart. And this is going to be dropped. Oh, my gracious. There was no one in his area code, but he could not hang on to it. Well, that's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Paulson and Debo up to make the stop. Here's a 2nd and 5. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll get this down only to the 18. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making a play.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas.
And he loses the football a second time. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. And that one is his 2nd fumble loss. Not a good look out of your return man.
And not only does he hurt the momentum for his team or even change momentum of the game, but now they've got a decision to make on his own sideline. Does he continue to do that? Do you keep him in that role, or do you bring someone else in at this time? Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, and it will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
No touch that. Anyway, that. No touch.
Hurts fumbles it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
But that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, bounced right back on it, keeps possession. The kick by Elliott is good. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end, the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a 1st down.
And able to get this out to the 25. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they take a knee. And they will take a knee here. This game, it was well in hand early.